What's good? What is good?
Yo, what's happening?
What it do?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ye- Oh, okay. Yeah, man. You gonna have to cut the tunes on. I'm in traffic right now.
Oh, cut the tunes on. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's happening?
Ain't shit playing. Ripping
Yeah,
and running as usual. October 1st.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't hear you. I don't know what was going on. Man.
You can hear me now?
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about about 5-10 minutes ago.
Oh,
But I ain't looking at my phone. I'm driving right now.
Lil J, salute, salute.
Oh,
Yeah, man. This one gonna be, they gonna get their feelings today, man.
uh-oh.
They gonna get their feelings today, man.
Yeah,
Especially the old heads. I say the baby boomer
yeah,
generation. They gonna be in their feelings today, man.
yeah.
All them 40s and 50s babies, early 60s babies. Man. Tony, salute.
What it do?
Yeah, man. I think we kind of touched on this before, but uh this is a topic I think we could discuss, man, forever, to be honest with you. I mean, because I don't think these niggas gonna change. Most of them done died off. The ones that's left, they in limbo.
Yeah,
And if y'all don't know who the baby boomers is, for some of you, if you're young, it's probably your grandparents. If you're a little bit older, your late 30s, early 40s, 50s, it's probably your parents. Um, Man, wifey in the building. Salute, salute.
hey,
Yeah, this gonna be a little a tear jerker, wifey. This today gonna be a little emotional, a little emotional. 'Cause I think we all, no matter how we was raised, we all can relate to at least a little bit of what I'm gonna have to say today. Um, some more than others, but I think all of us kind of fall in the same category when it comes to our crazy ass parents, man. And this I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Big A. No, she said, "Oh shit." I ain't gonna go in that bad. I ain't gonna go in that bad. But this the thing, Big A. Our parents, man, them baby
yeah.
boomers, man. This is my thing. As a parent, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, our job is to prepare our children to be competent adults, right? To be assets to not only the family, but to the community and to their nation, right? Their country. Uh,
Right.
if everybody did that, every household did that, we wouldn't have really any issues. It would be a utopia because everybody would be on the same page.
Say that again.
I said, as parents, right? Our job as parents, right? And every parent that's ever existed is to prepare your children, right? To be competent adults, competent, well-rounded, respectful, honorable adults. The only way that
Right.
can be done is if you as a parent embody all of those characteristics. Now,
Yeah.
it's easier said than done. It definitely is. By me being a parent, I know that for a fact now, right? It's easy to say
Yeah.
one thing, um, you know, but to actually do it, you know, for the actions to align with the words is something totally different. Now, I don't know
Yeah.
how all y'all came up, but I know my parents was famous for that.
Yeah.
My grandmother had a saying. She used to always say, do what I say, not what as I do. And it's a contradiction in itself, because it's like from a baby, right? You don't learn language first. You learn body language, right?
Right.
You learn how to feel, right? Feelings and emotions. You learn that first, right? You can tell, that baby can tell when mommy's upset. That baby can tell when mommy's sad. That baby can tell when mommy's not in her normal state, right? That baby knows
Yeah.
consistently whatever mood or whatever energy or frequency that you putting off, that baby senses that, right? So if it feels or senses a shift, it's gonna affect the child. So what I'm saying is, as parents, right? Think about our parents. My parents was famous for this shit. They would tell me one thing but do something else. So it's a contradiction and it's confusion. Now I can explain it because I'm grown now. I can sit down with them and get in their ass now and explain this shit to them to where they can understand my perspective, right? Coming up as a child, because I can articulate myself well enough now to where I can get them to comprehend what it was like being their child. So the issue with me is really, it's not that they did certain things that I think were wrong, or that, you know, weren't right, or didn't teach us certain things that we needed to know and prepare us correctly. My issue is that you know that that's what happened, but you don't want to take accountability for it. That's my issue.
Right.
Because by doing that, if they took accountability, it would help us, right? It would help us in being able to heal and fix the traumas that our parents put us through, whether willingly or you know, knowingly or ignorantly. It don't matter, right? There was things that were done and things that weren't done that negatively affected us in our childhood, which is now hurdles that we got to overcome as adults. So by us bringing these issues to our parents, them being honest and open and being like, you know what, I can see why you would say that. I can see why you feel that way. You know, I apologize. Can we work something out? Is it fixable? Is it something we could do? Most parents don't do that. Oh, you can't judge me, and I ain't perfect, and all that. It's always an excuse. It's never any accountability. So 9 times out of 10, we gonna either go either way. We gonna either be just like our parents and make excuses and be bullshitting and not prepare and set our children up for failure just like they did us, or we can do the opposite. All the things that we're lacking because our parents didn't give us or didn't instill in us, we go get it on our own, and now we pass that on to our children. So instead of you keeping the what am I trying to say? Instead of you continuing the curses, right? Continuing the traumas and shit that your parents that you went through with your parents, instead of having your children go through that as well, you fix it and you let it die with you. You don't pass it on to your children. That's hard to do, and it's very selfless. It's an honorable thing to me. I think that's gangster. Because what you're really doing is you're changing the whole dynamic or the whole trajectory of your family, of your bloodline. If my family is known for being gangbangers, drug dealers, and criminals, and just pieces of shit, like that family on what's that Tyler Perry movie and shit? They took the nigga up out the casket and shit, took him out the church and shit. If that's what my family's known for being, that type of family, we just known for being ain't shit motherfuckers. That's our family name. That's you know what I'm saying? That's what we known for. And I choose to, you know what? I'm gonna change this narrative. I'm gonna show the world that we're better than this. By myself. Because ain't nobody else in my family gonna do it. I'm doing it by myself. That takes balls. That's gangster to me, bro. That's what I'm saying, Tony. They part of it too. But it's like, who gonna be the one to say, you know what? Nah, Tony, you the one. We talked, what was that, Friday? I peeped that about you Friday. You the one in your family. Most of us that's in here, we the ones in our family. That's why y'all tapped in. Y'all tired of the bullshit. Y'all see, y'all able to look and survey and be like, you know what? Okay, I see how so-and-so did it, or how, you know, my mother, my father, my uncles, whoever, my brothers, whoever. You know, the older relatives in the family, older family members. Like, I see how where they fucked up at. You know, they did this, or they tried to do that, or they was doing this or doing that. That shit don't work. I ain't gonna do that shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna do it like this. When everybody telling you, you dumb, you stupid, that don't make sense, you not gonna be successful, you wasted time, you wasting money, fuck them. Don't even tell them, just do it. Just do it. Fuck talking. Let your actions and the results speak for themselves. But this is my thing, right? Because I know a lot of us, we had parents who like the gaslight, guilt trip, right? Which doesn't help you because you already traumatized, you feel me, from whatever you went through, you know, with your crazy ass parents. Them not taking accountability, them doubling down. Oh, yeah, well, it is what it is. So then it affects you in the upbringing of your child or your children, right? Never let a parent, right, tell you that your parenting is wrong, or that you're flawed, or that you doing something wrong. If you're trying to fix a flaw in your character that you inherited from them, never allow them to get you to a place where you start to question your decisions. So what I'm saying is, grandparents are supposed to be in support of the children, right? So when they have, if they watch your children while you going to work, or you take them over to, you know, your parents' house for a few hours, you got to run some errands, like, they are supposed to be reinforcing the structure that you've already implemented with your children, whether they agree with it or not, out of respect. Because I'm just using myself for instance. If my son decides, you know what, Dad, you raised me this, that, and the third, I don't like this, I don't agree with this, and in my heart, I know that he's right. Why would I ego trip and be like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. When I got him, I'm gonna do what I want to do. No, that's disrespect. Because my parents did the same thing to me. So why would I turn around and do that to my children? My parents overstepped. They you know, you see what I'm saying? I don't want them eating this. I don't want them staying up past this time. And well, they over here, they do what they want. That don't make sense. Because didn't your parents do that to you? Didn't your parents undermine you and how you were trying to raise your children? So why would you turn around and do that to your children? I hope this shit making sense to y'all. I hope it's making sense. Because you're right, Tony. It's a cycle, bro. It's a cycle, and somebody has to break it. That's the thing with cycles. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to change. Your door.
Nah, that's real, bro.
But nah, cause I had to, you know, I had to get on my parents. I just was thinking the shit. I had to get on my parents' ass, man. I think it was like last weekend, or weekend before last. I can't remember. You know, I'm not at where I want to be in life, or, you know, when it comes to being a father or whatever, right? But I'm damn sure further along than my parents were. And that's not a knock to them. That's not to disrespect them or make them look bad. It is what it is. There's certain things that they did not teach me, or they did not prepare me for, that I had to go out and figure out on my own. So don't let your parents discourage you or make you feel bad about where you're at in life. Because most of us were starting behind the 8-ball. Most of us started out from out the mud, out the dirt. They ain't had shit. Big A, did your parents have a trust fund set up for you?
No, not at all.
Did they have account with money set aside for you for college?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Did they have a plan for your life? Did they have your whole life mapped out for you?
Nah.
Step by step, what you need to do to be successful in life? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. So that's my point, and that's most of us out here, man. You gotta think all of. I come from the crack era. I'm a crack baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had every fucking type of roadblock or obstacle that you could put in my path, I had to go through all that shit. So for you to sit up and try to judge me or critique me on my parenting or how I choose to live my life or the things that I'm doing with my life, when you haven't accomplished half of the shit that I've accomplished, when you set me up for failure and I still succeeded, how dare you? The audacity. That's like sending me out the war with a fucking 25 with 2 bullets. And I'm going to a motherfucker with RPGs, motherfucking 50 cows, motherfucking all types of shit. Airplanes, jets, fucking, what's the shit they be using now? Drones and shit. And I got a little fucking 22. Ain't he got a full clip. But I make it back. And I win the fucking war. I make it back. And you gonna tell me, oh, why you ain't got a Purple Heart? Why you ain't get a Purple Heart? You just got this little boy. Why you ain't get no Purple Heart? It's like, what? I went to war with a 22. What the fuck is you talking about? The fact that I made it back alive alone is my badge of honor. Fuck a Purple Heart. I got my real heart. It's still beating in my chest. The fuck are you talking about? Man. I say everybody playing, bro. Like I was saying yesterday, everybody playing, man. Yep. That's right, quick. Yep. Also, favoritism. Nobody talks about that. How, you know, certain siblings get differential treatment, right? They might get the big piece of chicken. It'd be little subliminal shit. It's just little shit that, you know, you pick up on because it's happening to you. Everybody else try to act like it ain't there. Oh, no, no, it's not that. No, it is. It is. That's what it is. As I tell you, I always been the black sheep of my family. Always. They knew from birth that I was going to be great. They tried to stop me. My sister tried to kill me. I was fresh out the hospital, just came home from the hospital. She dropped me on purpose. But for he crazy. The fact that I can make a coherent sentence, and I can tie my shoes, and I got all my brain functions and my motor skills is amazing. All the head trauma I done had, shit. Fell down the basement steps. How I fall down the steps, Ma? How I fall down the steps, Ma? If you watching me, how I fall? Well, somebody left the basement door. What the fuck you mean somebody? Who the fuck is somebody? Ain't no carpet either, y'all. Basement step hard. This is wood steps. Old school shit. Emma Walker. Like, but this is what I'm saying, bro. It's like we have to take accountability for our fuck ups. We have to. Because if we don't, we're gonna pass that shit on to our children. And really what be happening, y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. Really what it is, when you have children, right? Which will be your parents' grandchildren. They watch you and how you deal with that child. And they don't like it. And if they don't like it, it's because what it really is that they're seeing themselves in you. Now they're on the outside, right? They're getting to see the result of their actions. So if it's anything about you, how you talk to your children, how you deal with them that they don't like, well, that's their fault. Where did I learn it from? Mom, Dad, where did I learn it from? Where did I learn how to deal with children? Who taught me how to deal with a child? Who taught me how to discipline a child? Who taught me how to raise a child? You did. You did. So really what it is that they see the flaws in their character through you. They don't like the way you did. Well, why don't you like it? Because this is exactly what I got. That's where I learned it from. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't do all that. Yes, the fuck you did. They get amnesia quick as fuck. Have grandchildren, see how quick your parents forget all the shit they did. So somebody, I'm telling y'all, somebody. Yeah, that's true. That's true, wifey. That's true. That is true. I know people like that as well. You know, they set their children up for success, and the children just they ain't want to do shit. They lazy, they entitled, they selfish, they ain't worth a fuck. But that's still poor parenting. Because it's somewhere along the way, either you spoiled the child, you can't just give a child. The Bible says a gift destroyeth the heart. When you just give somebody something that they don't have to work for, there's a certain level of entitlement that starts to come from that when it's continuous. They become entitled. They might be thankful at first, but then when you continuously do it, it becomes ritualistic. Now they expect it. So they feel entitled to it. Whether it's your time, your energy, your resources, your money, right? Your love, your wisdom, whatever the fuck you giving them. Now they feel entitled to it. You don't want your children to feel entitled. You want them to appreciate everything that you do for them, because you don't have to. We don't have to do shit for our children. We could be ain't shit parents like these other motherfuckers out here. Everybody know one. Fresh as shit, children dusty than the motherfucker, snotty nose, fucking shoes. Fuck, like, god damn, baby look horrible. Mother fly as shit, daddy fly as shit, baby fucked up. Ain't been to the doctor. The baby shit, man. I'm trying to tell you. Bloodthirst, salute. I tell you. But to that wifey, that's usually, from my experience, I've noticed when it's usually that dynamic where, the parents set them up for success, it's usually because they don't make them work for the things, they just give them shit. So they feel like they're spoiled, they're entitled. They feel like, the world owes them something because their parents just gave them everything. So they think the world is going to give them everything, just hand them shit. No, you got to work for it. I gave y'all an analogy. My old head, my Arab down in North Carolina shit put me on. So he said, every 4 generations, you got to rebuild. And I told y'all my perspective on that, how to like negate that, or how to like the cheat code to that would be make them work for it. You could don't give them shit, make them work for it. So yeah, you might be well off. You know what I'm saying? You good financially, your kids ain't wanting for nothing, but they still gonna work. If I got businesses, multiple businesses, whatever, you gonna come work for them. Even if I don't have no businesses. I got friends, I got associates, right? I got a network. They have businesses. You gonna go intern for them. Dad, I was thinking I want to be a lawyer. Okay, well, I got a lawyer friend I play golf with. I'm gonna make a few phone calls. You gonna go work for his, you gonna go intern for his firm. And don't show him no special treatment, none of that shit. Treat him like you would a regular motherfucking intern. Matter of fact, be even harder on him. Because you know him, because he's my son. Because she's my daughter. Be even harder on him. Critique the fuck out of him. I think that's the caveat. Like, that's how you negate, your children end up being ain't shit and feeling entitled and selfish. Because it's like, damn, yeah, my parents got money, they got this, they got that. But at the end of the day, they had to work for it. So now you have a level of what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciation. You have a certain level of appreciation because you had to give something up to get what you have. So now, whatever I leave you, right, your inheritance, you're not going to fuck it up. You're going to do the right thing with it. And the same thing with their children. They need to do the same thing. And then that's how we start to rebuild, and we can stop that 4-generation, cycle. Lose it all, got to get it back. Lose it all, get it back. But that's just my perspective on it, y'all. Hold on, let me get to these comments. Y'all, hold up, y'all. Oh, damn. What's up, MKM? Salute. Yeah, you just reminded me, I got to put some air in my fucking tire. Y'all be safe out there, man. think MKM. I think you drive trucks, don't you? Safe on that road, bro. All right, wifey. Wifey said she gotta get back to work. See, look, I'm gonna have to change it. I'm gonna have to have the man and the woman up here slinging that hammer. men and women at work. Oh, Sam around the building. Salute to the Shogun. It's about time invested. Yeah, it is. But it's not just the time though, because you invest in the time. But what are you spending that time doing? What are you teaching them? What are you instill? What core values are you instilling in them? What type of adult are you trying to mold? Oh, well, still, I did with Big A or so good, same shit. But yeah, it's what you instilling in them, and you know this, Big A, because you doing the work. You putting in the time, but you also putting in the right ingredients. I told your daughter, man, whoo, shit. I feel any nigga that try to come her way, try to talk to her, boy. Man, y'all seen Meet the Fockers? Big A, he 10 times worse than De Niro. Shit, I feel sorry for that nigga. Bad, I feel sorry for that nigga. He gonna get ate alive. He better bad. That nigga gonna be a trouble.
I'm in this doctor's office. It's crowded in here right now. Yeah.
Oh shit, well, let me wash my mouth then.
Oh no, you good. I got my headphones on. I just can't do
okay.
I ain't gonna do too much talking. Yeah. I'm here though. Yeah.
Now handle your business, player. Handle your business.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get them eyes straight, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't want you giving the dog the wrong food and shit, because you can't see the give him the wrong shots and shit. But yeah, y'all, yeah, man, we just gotta do better, man. As parents, we gotta be better than our parents, man. What you supposed to be. You're supposed to take what your parents give you and build upon that. Add to it, you know what I mean? Pass that on to your children. They take that, they build on it. They give it to their children. They take that, build on it. That's how you build generational wealth. That's why it's called generational wealth. It takes generations to build, which means whoever that first generation is, they're gonna have to make the sacrifice. Because most of us don't invest in our future or our children's future. Because really, when you say I'm investing in my future, you're really investing in your children's future. If you have children or you plan on having children. If you're not, I don't know what do that. I don't know. You get old, I guess you're gonna be in a nursing home. You saving up your money. I don't know. But I look at a lot of the forwarders and how they move. When I used to work for Spectrum, I'm in their houses and shit. It's during the day. I'm noticing, the men out at work, the women take care of the house, they take care of the children, they take care of the grandparents. The grandparents help with the children, with the cooking, cleaning, household chores and duties and shit. They might help with finances. They might get a retirement check or something like that. Everybody playing their part. Everybody playing their position, and the shit run like clockwork. That's ultimately what I'm getting at. Is like the parents, if the parent ain't right, how the child gonna be right? So what I'm telling y'all is, man, don't let your parents make you feel like you a bad parent, right? Because they don't want to take accountability for the fact that they was a bad parent. That's not an excuse to be a bad parent. Well, my parents run shit, so that's why I ain't shit. Okay, cool. Well, now that you know that and you acknowledged it, what you gonna do about it? That ain't fair to your children. They ain't asked to be here. They ain't put a gun in your head. You gonna be my dad, nickel. You gonna be my mother, motherfucker. And you gonna love me and you gonna take care of me. No, that was your decision. That was your decision. But yeah, man. I just wanted to talk about that today, man, because that shit, it ain't just my parents, it's other people. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of families, and I pretty much anybody I get cool with. I don't know. I just end up I'm meeting grandma, grandpa, the parents, the siblings, and everybody. So, and I noticed that it's not. It's really it's a big issue. You know what I mean? It's pretty much all our families is the same. I don't know why everybody think they different. All our families the same. You got the family crackhead. You got you got the fiend. You got the thief. You got the pedophile. You got the molester. You got the liar. You got the drug dealer. You got the hoe. You got you got all that. So we ain't different, man. And even different nationalities. It's all the same shit. White, black, green, purple, blue. We all dealing with the same issues, the same problems, the same traumas. You know what I'm saying? But it stems from parenting, how you were raised, how you were brought up. That's your foundation. So if you ain't have a solid foundation, then what you building on? You building on an unsound structure. So eventually what's gonna happen? It's gonna come tumbling down. You gotta fix that foundation. Have them conversations. And that's what we gotta start doing, man. We gotta start having them uncomfortable conversations. We have to. Yeah, your parents ain't gonna want to talk about it. They ain't gonna want to acknowledge it, whatever. But it ain't about them. It's about you and getting the peace that you need, right? So you can heal, right? And you can make the changes that you need to make in your life, right? With your personality, with your character flaws, you can fix them. So you don't pass that shit on to your children. Yeah, man. Yeah, MKM, that real shit though. Real shit. Real shit, man. But sometimes, honestly, MKM, it ain't even worth it, bro. Sometimes it ain't even worth it. Sometimes you just, you gotta take it there. You gotta check a motherfucker. But then sometimes, bro, it ain't even fuck. They ain't even worth the energy, man. They ain't even worth the time. They ain't even worth it. Cause I think I'm one of the biggest, other than Big A. I think I'm one of the most top tier A-holes that you probably ever meet, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I just like fucking with people, He said he gave his mouth super shut last night. Sometimes you got to though, bruh. And sometimes doing that it does more damage than if you even opened your mouth. Real shit. He said, "Oh, capping." But nah, man. Sometimes, yeah, man. I'm at that point in my life, bruh, where like I don't know, man. It's like sometimes it depends on who it is. It depends on the situation. But man, a lot of times I be like, man, fuck that shit, bro. Fuck it, because usually they just looking for attention anyway. So sometimes silence it hurts way more than anything you could ever say or do. When you don't even acknowledge them, you just act like they don't exist. That kills them. You know what I'm saying? So but it just you got to pick your battles. You got to pick your battles, man. Every war ain't worth fighting. It really ain't. Even if it's a guaranteed win, it ain't even worth it. Seriously. Yeah, man. Shit crazy out here, bro. Shit crazy, man. Fuckers always got something to say. Oh, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And why are you doing this? And why, like, excuse me? Did you forget you raised me, motherfucker? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? What? We ain't do that, and we ain't do all this, and we ain't teach you that, and we ain't do that to you. We ain't this and that. Like, huh? What? What? Excuse me? So you just forgot 20, 30 years. You gonna just ignore all that? Okay. Okay. They get amnesia, y'all. Quick. Early Alzheimer's and shit. Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. My mother, look, y'all, my mother, I'm telling you, my mother's off the hook, man. Off the hook. You meet her, you think she just is, oh, I don't know what. I see yo say that about him. She just a sweet little old lady. She's so sweet. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I got a scar on my cheek right now. I said something smart and I ran. My mother was, she used to throw knives and shit. Matter of fact, fuck that. I'm gonna tell that story. I'm gonna tell you the ashtray story. I'm washing dish. I still got the damn scar right here on my damn, on my wrist. I was washing dishes. And I was pissed about something. I don't remember what the fuck I was mad about. I was mumbling under my breath, saying, God damn it, I'm tired of this shit. And she said something. And I mumbled something. I don't remember what the fuck I said. She was at the table. She was chopping up carrots or celery or some shit. She had one of them little paring knives. She was chopping up something. And I said something. And I don't know if she heard me or she just got tired of me mumbling, talking shit under my breath. Man, she threw that motherfucking knife. That motherfucker, I just felt something like hit my wrist. Like, boom. I was like, ow. And I looked. I flipped my arm up and looked. Fucking knife sticking out my damn. Ah! And I looked over at it. That's when I knew my mother. I said, yeah, she crazy. She don't love me. She don't love me. How could you do this to me? You tried to kill me. And she just sit there calm as shit, just staring at me. I was like, this motherfucker crazy as hell. Then there was another instance. It was at my grandmother's house. It's a townhouse. So, you know, you got the first floor, you got the basement, you got the upstairs and shit. So I said, something smart again. I went to run. Cause I'm a runner, y'all. I ain't, if y'all the type, I wasn't the type of child that, you know, you tell them come here. If I know I'm about to get my ass whooped, you're gonna have to catch me. I was a runaway slave. I take the lashes, but you're gonna have to catch me first. I hear them dogs barking and they, woo, 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 they on my scent and shit. Fuck that shit. You're gonna have to catch me. I ain't gonna stop. Why the fuck would I stop? I'm gonna give up. Fuck, I'm gonna give up for. It's like running from the police. I done already ran. I done did it. Either I'm gonna get away, I'm gonna get caught, but I'm gonna do my best to get the fuck away. So I was a runner, y'all. I said something. I went to run. I went to go up, run up the steps. Grandmother had this thick ass, you know, them old women. They had that good china, that good shit. They ain't got that cheap stuff. She had this thick ass little crystal ashtray. She had quit smoking when I was born, so I guess she just kept it for like decoration and shit. Man, my mother picked that motherfucker up, flung that bitch. I swear she put the meanest backspin on that motherfucker, and I heard it. That's what made me turn, because I was running, right? And I hit, as soon as I hit that motherfucker landing, I thought I was good. I turned, I heard something go, woo, 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 and when I turned, that motherfucker, bow, hit me right on the side of my motherfucking shit, man. To this day, I swear, I know my shit was probably broke or fractured, man. I know it had to be. My shit was black and blue, about 2 weeks. But all these things happen because of a lack of, in my opinion, was I a troubled youth? Was I, to a certain degree, yes. If you ask my mother, she'll probably tell you, hell yeah, the nigga, he's bad, he been bad as shit. But I wasn't. I don't think there is such thing as a bad child, right? Some children just need a little more attention, a little more structure than others. And I think that's what my biggest issue was the structure. My parents, there was structure, but it wasn't consistent. Now, most of y'all on here, y'all dog men. So y'all, if y'all work with them animals, y'all work with them dogs, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You got a puppy. I'm gonna use Big A for instance. He got that puppy. He got to be on that puppy's ass. He can't train that dog one day out the week, or, you know, you have to be consistent, right? Because you want that puppy when it becomes a full-grown dog to be a certain way, right? To know certain things and have certain attributes, right? Because it's an investment. You're investing in this pup. So you got to be consistent with the training, with everything. Everything you do with that dog, you got to be on that dog's neck. You got to be consistent. It's the same thing with children. You have to be consistent. Any little way they can think they can weasel that foot, squeeze out from under that boot heel and then get it, what they gonna do it. Just like that dog. You ain't consistent, you're gonna see the results. You can see a well-trained dog. You know that trainer put that work in with that dog. Same thing with children. I can tell a well-behaved, a well-mannered, a a respectful child. Yeah, your parents been putting that work in. I can tell the ones that ain't. Not saying that the structure is not there, but you have to be consistent with it. Because if you ain't consistent with the structure, then you wasting your time. That's like having you getting a fire dog, but you don't know how to work the motherfucker. You don't know how to bring that gameness out the dog. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of investment. You ain't gonna be able to do shit with it. Same thing with them children. Quick said he tried to run it too. Oh, see you damn quick. See, my mother was she was hefty, man. You know, she's a big girl, so she ain't chasing. She tried to chase me a few times when I was younger. You know, I hit her with the wop wop, and my mother used to wear what's them things? Not the high, not stockings. What's the other shits that come up? The knee highs. She used to wear them knee highs and shit to work and shit. When she come home, she take her shoes off. She get in the house and shit. She don't take the knee highs off. And we had hardwood floors. So and that linoleum, I remember that linoleum shit, the linoleum tile floor shit. We had that shit. You know, it was the old house built in the 80s and shit. So you should be sliding on that shit. So when she go to, she be trying to catch me and shit, cause we be running around the house, she chasing me and shit. And then she would corner me. I'm like, oh shit. So I hit her with the hun and juke the shit out of there. I might go between the legs, I might spin off, anything. She swinging that belt. I got dodged the belt, I done slid on my knee, all types of shit. I'm getting the fuck away. So after a while, she get tired, she be like, fuck it. And she just give up. So I'm like, all right, I'm good. But my mother, she slick, she evil. You know what I'm saying? She I'm telling you, she evil. So what she would do, okay, since I can't catch your little ass, but she would catch me while I'm asleep. Some sneak attack shit. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, this shit is, oh, you, okay. She got me one time, you know what I'm saying? That is the worst feeling, y'all, is to get woke up out of a dead sleep with a fucking belt across your motherfucking back. It wasn't just my ass, my leg, and my back. She probably just hit me with the whole belt. She ain't even folded in half. Foul! Ah! I rolled right up under the bed. She was so mad, y'all. She slid the whole fucking bed. That's why I was like, damn, she gonna kill me. She slid the whole fucking bed across the room. Boom! Bed hit the other one. Ah! She swapped that belt. I rolled the fuck over, went right back up under the bed. She slid the motherfucker across the room again. Boom! But all this noise come up. My father waking. What the fuck going on here? I'm a killer. I'm tired of this shit. You need to do something. So he laughing. Then she had to laugh. I ain't find shit funny. I can laugh about the shit now. But that's trauma, y'all. That's trauma. Like to this day, I ain't had to worry about going to jail and learning that you don't sleep with your ass in there. I learned that shit at home. Matter of fact, I slept under my bed for about 2 weeks after that shit. I don't trust that shit. She might come back, try to finish the mission. Fuck that shit. Had my blanket and my pillow under the bed. We camping out. Fuck that shit. But yeah, quick, that damn, bro. You said your mother played basketball and she ran track? Yeah. Damn. Yeah, if I was you, bro, I think I'd have just been good. I'd have just tried to stay out of trouble, because god damn. You ran track and played basketball? Shit. Yeah. Your ass picked in the corner, full court press your ass. You ain't going nowhere. Hell nah. Hell nah. Yeah, man. But I love my mother, man. I would trade her for the world, man. She got her shit with her just like we all do. But I honestly do think honestly, sincerely, I do believe that uh the level of competency that my mother has, um, I do genuinely think that she did the best that she could do with what she knew and what she had. I think she did the best that she could do with it. Now, could she have done more? Could she have learned more or done more? But yes, but with what she had, I don't think that she held anything back. I can honestly say that. And my father as well. You know, even with the drug abuse and all that shit, you know, um, I look at that as, now that I'm grown, I look at that as him trying to cope, right? Whatever he went through as a child, whatever he was going through as a man, and you know, or not, you know, dealing with or running from or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was about. You feel me? So I try not to judge my parents based off of their negative flaws. I try to look at their negative flaws and try to figure out why they have them. Then I can figure out what I need to do to not have them or to change them. If that makes sense. Because both my parents came up rough. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the fact that they tried to, you know, provide me a life that they didn't have. Even within that, you know, they might, you know, have lacked in certain areas or certain things that they should have did or shouldn't have done or whatever. Overall, I think that with what they had and what they knew, I think that they did the best that they could do to try to raise me right. Did I help? Hell no. I didn't. I made it hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm paying for it now with my children. But you know, that's why, you know, you, even if you don't believe in karma, you call it what you want. But you know, I don't believe it. I know it because I'm living it. That whatever you put your parents through, you gonna get that shit tenfold with your children. So every day I'm just expecting a phone call. You know, I prepare myself for getting a phone call. I don't know what that phone call might be. I don't prepare, you know, I what's how the saying go? I hope for the best, but I prepare for the worst. Cause my children off the hook. So, and my baby boy, he really, Jesus Christ, he, man, Lord have mercy. He like me times 10 already. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I hope y'all soaking up this game, man. I hope I gave somebody some perspective or a different perspective. But yeah, man, we just gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. Gotta do better. And it starts at home. How we raising our children, how we were raised. That's where it starts. Everything starts with family. It starts at home. Then you go out into the world and you interact with your peers, your co-workers, your school, your classmates, you know what I'm saying? So you bring in it, whatever's going on in that household, you bring it out into the world. So everything that you seeing out here in these streets, all this wild ass, crazy ass, goofy shit that you be seeing going on, it's a reflection of what's going on in our households. All these dysfunctional motherfuckers running around because they come from dysfunctional households, dysfunctional families. So that's how you change the world, by changing yourself. And by changing yourself, that's going to radiate out to the ones that are around you, who are who? Your family, right? Your loved ones. That's going to encourage them to do better, encourage them to change. That's going to radiate out what? To the extended family, right? The other, they go to work, they go to school, they go to church, they go, you know what I'm saying? So other people going to see the change. Damn, man, he doing this and doing that. Or damn, she doing this, she doing that. Or they change, they stop smoking, they stop doing it. So now it makes others want to, you know, make changes or make positive progress in their life. Snowball effect. So that's where it starts. It start with you. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, don't let your parents, mother or father, granny or mama or grandpa, I don't give a fuck who it is, don't let them tell you that there's something wrong with you or that you're lacking it or that, you know, you're not a competent adult or you're not a good person because you're not where they think that you should be in life. Look at them, look at their lives, look at the decisions that they made, look at the outcome, and then look at your life. And you tell me who should be, you see what I'm saying? Because all the things that my parents didn't teach me, I went out and got it on my own. I'm bringing it back to them. But what they lack is they can't get past the, oh, this is my child, right? They don't want to acknowledge the fact that the student has now become the teacher, which is detrimental to themselves, because your children are there's a lesson to be learned from each one of your children. You got to figure out whatever about you. Think about your children. This is some real shit, y'all. Think about your children. If you got 1, 2, 3, I don't care how many children you got. Think about your children. Think about the number one thing about them that you can't stand. And then think about yourself. You're welcome. You go ahead and have that epiphany. Because I'm going to tell you why you can't. It might be certain shit. Oh, this little motherfucker just, yeah. But you feel that way because those are negative aspects of yourself. You're seeing yourself outside of yourself when you watch your children. They're little yous. They're little mini-me's. So if there's certain things about them that you don't like, or certain things they do that you can't stand, guess what? Because you do it. Or you used to do it when you was younger. That's why you can't stand it. Because they act just like your ass. So you want to change them? You got to change yourself. Don't be like your parents. Be better. Don't make excuses. Take accountability. Your children grown, they come to you, oh, Dad, you didn't do this or that. Or you never told me this, or you never showed me that. Or Mom, you ain't do this, or you ain't do that. Don't take offense to it. If it's true, it's true. Acknowledge it and move the fuck on. Because you can't fix it, they grown. You can't change the past. But we can change the present, therefore we can have a different future. I feel you, Quick. I feel you on that. And I think, now this is my perspective on it, Quick, with like, getting whoopings and spankings and shit, right? Beating your children. Some will say, it comes from slavery, we were beating slavery and all that shit, but how I look at it is, they didn't know how to, most of our parents didn't have full control over their emotions, right? You think about, especially moms, right? Most of our moms, when we think about when you get beat as a child, they usually they lose control over their emotions. So while they disciplining you, it's not out of love, it's out of anger and it's out of frustration. When you discipline your child, it's supposed to be out of love. This is why I say the structure has to be in place. You need structure and discipline. I know the way I was raised, Quick, I got a little bit of structure and a whole lot of discipline. That's ass backwards. That's confusing the child. The structure is supposed to be in place, right? The discipline is to reinforce the structure. I repeat, discipline is only supposed to be used to reinforce the structure. Think about them. Use the dogs. You think about your dog. You discipline your dog. Why? Because they got out of line. They got out. They strayed away from the structure. Nope. Get your ass back. Nope. Get back. All right. Cool. Now they back online. They on the structure. That's what discipline is supposed to be for. So if the structure is not in place, then that's when you use. If the structure is not in place consistently, when you discipline the child, you're confusing the child. I give you an example. You got to be in the house when the street lights come on, right? But on Friday nights, Mama don't ever come out. Street lights been on for like 2 hours. I'm still out here playing. But last Friday, I got my ass beat because I was out past the street lights was on. But shit, for the last 2 months, I've been out every Friday with after the street lights was on. Why is the issue now? That's confusion. Now, if you were consistent with the structure, you wouldn't even have to tell the child that they need to be in with the street light because they already know. Why? Because you're consistent with the structure. So the discipline is only needed when they get out of line with the structure. They know what they're supposed to do because they've consistently had to do it. So for them to get out of line with the structure, they deserve discipline. Why? Because they know better. I know you know better. Because every day of your fucking life, I've told your little ass, you need to be in the house before those street lights come on. You know this. You should be in the house before the street lights come on, just so you make sure that you in the house before the street lights come on. Why? Because I don't want to have to deal with the discipline. Whatever that might be. So I was saying quick with the whoopings, like it's usually out of frustration because they don't know what else to do. They tired, they upset, the job wearing them down, or the relationship, or just life be lifing, right? And then here you come with your bullshit. I told your ass, da da da. They going to fuck off. Belts flying, hangers flying, whatever you shit. My mother hit me with whatever the fuck was around. She was old school. Like whoop your ass with a lamp. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Whatever's around, I'm hitting you with it. You know, because I'm mad. You piss me off. I'm frustrated. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. But it's like, but I normally don't do what I'm supposed to do. Why all of a sudden today it's an issue? It's an issue today because mama ain't got time today for your shit. She had her limit. You caught her on a bad day. Damn, MKM said the deep freeze the water hose. God damn. Damn. Yeah, I ain't never get hit with that. I got hit with a what's the thing? The dryer, the power cord for the dryer. Probably had to swap one of them joints out. Mother seen that shit, just grab that shit. I was like, wait a minute. That shit hurt. And when we walk around with GE on your back. She done branded me with the GE emblem. Yeah, they don't break quick. It just don't break. God damn, MKM. Shit. The MKM know what I'm talking about. He over there, he traumatized too. Don't be hitting your kids with no water hoses, MKM. You break the cycle. Don't pass it on. You let that shit die with you. Don't pass that shit on. No hoses, MKM. No hoses. But yeah, man. We had that hour mark, y'all. This was therapy today, y'all. This was a therapy session. Real shit. Therapy session. But yeah, like I said, one thing I want y'all to take away, man, like I said, don't let your parents make you feel like you're a bad parent, right? Because you're lacking in your parenting because they were lacking in their parenting. So the things that you're lacking is because they didn't give it to you. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case every time, because there's some things that they may have instilled in you that you just don't want to implement or you don't want to practice. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when they have an issue with how you're living your life or the things you're doing or how you're raising your children or the things you're trying to instill in your children, they might not agree with. But if you wholeheartedly believe that what you're doing is in the best interest of your child, man, do that shit, bro. Do that shit. Do it. Because who gives a fuck what they got to say or what they think? Because at the end of the day, the results going to speak for itself. You ain't even got to say, I told you so, or look stupid, I told you, I ain't know, I knew what I was doing. Let it speak for itself. When they walk across that stage, when they get that job, when they start that business, when they make their first million, that's it right there. It speaks for itself. The results will speak. You ain't got to say shit. Just give them that look. Y'all know that look, that little condescending, and just walk the fuck off. But yeah, man, I gotta get to it, y'all. It was a good chop up. Big A, I know you in the eye doctor, man. Hopefully you ain't got no glaucoma with your old ass. Go ahead and get them bifocals, and we'll see y'all in the AM, man. Bright and early. What's tomorrow? Today Wednesday. Tomorrow Thursday. Yeah. October 1st. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your day. Keep your head on the swivel. And man, I see y'all in the AM. Salute, salute, salute. We out. Peace.
Okay, so you watch the show. Now it's time to level up. Hit that join button and get the VIP treatment. Early access, behind the scenes, and even shout-outs on the spot. Get in the mix with the real ones, breeders, fans, and all the dog lovers. Join the fam, be a part of something bigger. Starting at just $1, you get access to the best content we got. And that's not all. Members get 10% off all merch and gear. Plus, you're on the priority list for getting your next pup. You're in the loop. To join, just click the join button below this video. Pick your tier and boom, you're part of the squad.